I'm Steve LeRoy. I'm 28 years old, and I'm a DJ from Detroit. I'll say I was young, man, probably 15 or 16 years old actually when I first started like listening to electronic music. It really solidified when I started like going to events in and around Detroit, seeing people play music live. The Electronic Music Festival was a huge influence. Traveling as well, Kalamazoo, I met a lot of cool people out there. Chicago, going to several different events out there. So I was probably 15 or 16 when I got interested. Probably 17 or 18 when I actually started to learn to DJ. And then it's just kind of been a beast ever since, really. About 10 years I've been playing in and around Detroit. Anywhere from Kalamazoo to Marquette to Chicago. And basically all over Detroit. For DJing, like as soon as I got interested in DJing, I literally worked every single day just to go buy records. I spent anywhere from like $250 to $500, entire paychecks in record time and memories and melodies and Detroit threads for years. I mean, at one point I had about 12,000 pieces of vinyl, 15,000 right in there. I've never actually owned a pair of turntables, ever, not once. I always played on somebody else's gear, and I mean, I had a couple of mixers, and then eventually I got lucky. I think everything went digital, so I didn't really need all of that extra stuff. I literally have what I have here. I have a couple of controllers that can just show up in any gig and play anywhere. And that's sweet because, I mean, I learned how to play on CDJs, turntables, you know, dozens of different types of mixers or whatever. It wasn't limiting me at all. You know, the thing about electronic music is it's so diverse that it can be almost anything, and almost any artist as far as music can use it. This causes, I think, change all the time, regular change, bubbles, if you will. Anywhere from like minimal music, and now it's like dubstep music, you know. Globally, I think Europe's got that shit on lock, like 100%. They have their own little areas on what they do, like Spain does this, some house, tech house type stuff. Berlin does crazy techno and minimal type stuff or whatever have you. Detroit kind of just does whatever it wants, so that's why it's kind of hard here. In Detroit, it's been more like talent driven, whoever was going somewhere. It wasn't really dependent on any like particular venue. It was more musically influenced, like on artists and whatnot. I don't even know how to describe what I do, but electronic music as a whole is like the most diverse form of music on the planet. So I just kind of go with the flow, the stuff that I like. I like four to the floor type stuff, synth driven stuff, you know, some techno stuff, some harder stuff from earlier influences and whatnot. So I guess over the next year or so I'm gonna really like hammer down and focus on, you know, breaking that barrier that I feel that even everybody, a lot of new artists have. Getting music out there isn't hard anymore. You can literally throw up music, anybody can do it, but like creating real music that you really want people to hear is a different story. And you have to kind of balance that. It's kind of a juggling act as far as that goes. You can put out 100 records in a year, or you can put out, you know, 5 or 6 good releases that are just really, really good and really you. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do this year. Maybe DJ somewhere as well. I'm working on a lot more production, probably 3 or 4 releases, hopefully within the next 12 months, minimum at least. And then also working on some events locally here in Detroit, which are still kind of hush-hush at the moment. So I guess it's really not about the venue in Detroit. It's about, I guess, the people and the people that come to Detroit that make it sweet. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going to some venue because it's awesome, because honestly, Detroit just really doesn't have that. We have some clubs, we have some of this, we have some of that, whatever. But it's the people that come to the party that make the party, inevitably.